Alright, everybody. Tonight I'm going to be making steak with nacho rice. Well, my brother calls it nacho rice, but it's something that, it's an old family entree that, my dad taught me how to make it years and years and years ago. Fairly simple to make. You cook up steamed white rice like so, but when you put the rice in the pan with water, you add chopped up jalapeno peppers, so there you got a healthy vegetable. If you're sensitive to heat, well, little thing about jalapeno peppers is a bulk of the heat is actually in the white stuff and the seeds in the middle of it, and usually the way I do it is when I cut up the jalapeno peppers, I remove the seeds and the white stuff out of it, and it's not nearly as intense. But tonight, since I'm going to use leftover rice to make a meatloaf later on, I'm going to use 2 cups of rice and 3 whole chopped up jalapeno peppers, and just going to cook that in the rice pan for about 15-20 minutes till it's done. And after that, well, mainly just because electricity is kind of a commodity around here, I'm going to cook up the steak after that. So here we go. As you can see, I'm putting the rice into the rice pan like so. Got all the jalapeno peppers chopped up. As you can see, all the seeds are removed. Alright, everybody, this is the point where I turn around and I add the cheese to the rice and let it sit for just a couple of minutes. Alright, now that the nacho rice is complete with being cooked, I'm going to get started on the steak. Now, steak is one of those things where in some families it's kind of like fighting words on who makes the best steak and the right way and the wrong way to make a steak. Well, I'd say the right way is the way that works for you. That's, not causing, you to get sick with parasites from not cooking it all the way. So there's a million right ways and a million wrong ways, and usually what I do is I marinate it with a dash of soy sauce, and today it's not a bad item, but I use this Kinder's Buttery Steakhouse seasoning. And usually the way I make steak is I like to saute up some garlic. Well, did it the cheap method because, I'm in a truck and I used pre-peeled garlic, in one of these. I sold this at Safeway, and so about to get started. Of course, using an electric fry pan, it's not much different than using a fry pan on a stovetop, but you have better temperature control. I'm using some extra virgin olive oil. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the fry pan, fully heat up. Just going to give it a minute. Now, when I make roasted garlic using whole cloves, I always start off cooking the garlic before the onions. try to get the garlic, fully golden on the outside. Now that the garlic's cooked, I put in the sliced up onions. So one of the things that I tend to do is, once I'm done using like a skillet or a Instapot rice cooker, is I always transfer the items out of it, and I do it and jump on, cleaning it up, because the quicker you clean it up after using it, the easier it is to clean. And this is the point where I finally get the honor of putting the steak in the pan. Been very well marinated for the last 30 minutes or so. I usually tend to cook my steak to somewhere around medium. Just gave it its flip at about 2 minutes. And it is now ready to come out of the pan. Now, the good part about having a surface that isn't as well level as you may like is I like to shift all the onions and garlic to the side of the pan that's kind of on the upper side, and let the excess oil, kind of strain off a little bit. And this is steak and what I'm just going to call nacho rice.